www.withelaine.com, and welcome to the start of my Countdown to Christmas series. I've been itching to share it with you, but I didn't want to start Christmas too early. From now until 14th of December, every consecutive Wednesday, there will be an episode with a Christmas theme. We're going to kick off with the Merriest Wishes stamp set and also the Merry Tags framelit dies. They can be purchased as a bundle to save you 10%. We need the Baker's Twine Trio Pack. This is terrific value. There's 3 spools and there's 25 yards in each spool, so there's a massive amount. And in meters, that's 22.9 meters. Your card base is thick Whisper white cardstock. This has been cut at 5 7/8 by 8 1/4 inches. That's 14.9 centimeters by 21 centimeters. And of course you score it and fold it in half at 4 1/8, which is 10.5 centimeters. You can make these cards in a jiffy, and they're really quick and easy to do, and they give such a huge impact. They're also one-layered cards. It was not bulky, so it would be cheaper for you to post. Copper is so on trend now, so I'm using copper foil, copper embossing powder. You need a dust buddy, your Versamark ink, and a Stampin' Up. You need a heat tool as well. You also need your Big Shot and magnetic platform. What I've done is, on my magnetic platform, my base cutting plate, half an A4 sheet of standard Whisper white cardstock. I've placed my 3 dies here, tags, and you see what happens in a minute. So run that through the Big Shot off camera. By the way, I've put a wax sheet in between, so that will just make it easier for me to pop the bits out. I also use the Stampin' Up to take the guesswork out of stamping placement, and you need your Stays On jet black ink just to put the image on the Stampin' Up sheet, imaging sheet. And the blocks I'm using are block C and D. Just from that one pass on the Big Shot, I was able to cut out these 2 dies, and the third one is this lovely tree. Having the wax paper made the die just fly off my die cut. Pop all the bits out. Next you want to die cut the copper piece, and if you have heavily marked plates like this, if you put a piece of copy paper on top, it should reduce the amount of marks you make on the copper paper. So I'll go and run that off the Big Shot. So we need a length of garden green. You can afford to be generous. Fold it in half so there's a loop, and then pop your copper and Whisper white die cut tree together and attach it like that, and then you can tie it in a bow, and you've got plenty of room to manoeuvre. And you can always adjust the bow afterwards if it's too long. Just snip off the excess. Set that aside to do some stamping. Bring in the dust buddy and tap it all over your surface. Stampin' Up, I've already pre-stamped my image in black Stays On ink, and also the sentiment "Be Joyful." If you've never used a Stampin' Up before, it has a T-bar that has a right angle on either side, and it depends whether you're left or right-handed. As I'm right-handed, I'll show you how I normally do it. So you butt up the imaging sheet into the corner of your T-bar, then you stamp it with Stays On ink, your image with Stays On ink, and flush with the corner of the T-bar. You stamp your image, and then you can use that as a guide on where to place it on your card. We're going to place it there, because with the Versamark ink being colourless, you can't really see where you're stamping. So if you use the Stamp-A-Majig, it will give you an idea. And another tip is, with the clear blocks, I'd never mount the image sticker sheet on the back of my rubber stamp, because through time it just doesn't stick properly to the blocks. So I often don't bother to mount mine. I mount mine on the back of my stamping box, and it gives me a reference as to what it is. And then I just use an arrow with a Sharpie pen to say which way up the stamp should be. Does that make sense? Method in the madness. So I shall stamp that, and also my sentiment, which I want down there. And I need to find the stamp now. Move my T-bar down, stamp in Versamark, take the imaging sheet away, pop that down, bring in my tub of copper embossing powder, bring the heat tool in and emboss it. Just bring it a little closer to the lens and you can see how stunning that is. Tombow on the back and pop that on your card. How quick and easy were the 3 cards. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. I've even got Christmas nails on today. And if you're watching from YouTube, you'll find the list of supplies below this video with links to my online store. They will also be listed on my blog.stampwithelaine.com. You can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe or share on Facebook, and my grateful thanks if you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week with more Christmas goodies for you.